Boom. Okay, we have a kiln opening here this morning. Me and my helper.
Hello.
All right. And I didn't get a chance to do a lot of the detail on these, and so I'm going to try to just remember what they are as they come out and show them to you. And I know this one right off the bat is one I've never done before, and I did not get the results I expected, but it is very interesting. This is cosmic tea dust about halfway over snow. And it gave almost an ancient copper look, if you can see how that is. And the runs, I couldn't remember what it was when I pulled it out of there, but it's a really neat mug. All right. This one was a refire, and it really stuck to my shelf, which is pretty much what I expected it to do. But this is obsidian with seaweed over it, and out of the whole load, same clay, everything I've used, I've just got pinholes in here like crazy. And I love this mug, but it just did not glaze up well. And I don't know if it's a problem with the combo of the glaze or what, but it had some real neat runs in it. Be careful, that's sharp, buddy. This is Indigo Float with seaweed over the top. I seem to have a union strike going on. My employee has started picketing and quit helping. So this is ancient copper on this little mug. And I just wanted to throw a couple of little dainty mugs. These are out of 12 ounces of clay with some pretty little handles. And then this was obsidian and seaweed at the top. Let me see. No, that was Indigo Float and seaweed at the top. I thought I would get more run here, and I just didn't. But the ancient copper, this is still the old ancient copper, and I haven't used the new one. But it breaks really well. You get all these neat little crystals in it, so it's pretty. This was the other little 12-ounce mug I did. Not what I typically throw, but I don't know, I was in the mood for something just cute, small, pretty. This is River Birch, Amaco's River Birch. You see, we got some nice effects there. And then I just went around the rim with blue ratile. So we got that nice brown break right here. We got some nice little drips. Made a real pretty little mug. Guess the strike is over. My help is back. Kind of intermittent it seems. This is one of my little mixing bowls. And I actually did, this is honey flux out here on the outside. This is seaweed at the top. And I actually did bands on the inside. I did it seaweed pretty heavy up here at the top, and then I did bands that were separated a little bit on the inside, and it gave me a really nice little flowing green effect. It's always fun to just experiment, try different things, and see what you come up with. Yep, thanks, bub. This is a flower pot. And I had just Buff Plus clay that had grog in it. And I have some old black clay that I'm still trying to get rid of. And once in a while on something like this, I'll just throw it in there and wedge it up. And I'll get a nice swirl. And then we put a clear coat on this. And put some little feet on this thing. Used a chopstick to make some little indentions. Put a split rim on it. It just gave you a nice little pot. Again, we got a nice cone 6 there on that top shelf. Here's gonna have to grind that shelf a little bit where we got a mug that failed us. And what do we have here? I did some little tumblers. I love this. This one's just, I love this mix. I should do it more often. This bottom is obsidian with smoky merlot over it, and you get that real deep burgundy color. And then at the top is where I did obsidian with seaweed on it. And that's just a really neat little wine jigger, bathroom cup, orange juice mug. You could drink orange juice out of that, couldn't you? You think so? That's pretty, isn't it? Yeah, there you go. He's showing me how he would drink orange juice out of it. This is marigold, straight marigold, neat little celadon from Amaco, stable as it can be. You can see how close I got to the edge with that. There's never any run with these celadons. Real pretty. Just a nice, solid, almost a harvest gold, like the old appliances. It's kind of a neat antique color. Thanks. This is just a river birch in one of these. Looks like we were a little thin in a couple of spots. It coated, but it just, we didn't get the colors we wanted, but it gives you a neat effect too. See right there. This is always one of my favorites. I love honeydew flux glaze from Amazon. This is just a little bowl, and I put some texture on it right here. This is a single glaze, just honeydew flux glaze. And look at how it breaks around here on the edges. It breaks on the texture. I didn't go all the way to the bottom because I had this swirl, and it gave me a really neat effect there with the swirl where I went heavy on the edges. I may have to keep that one. I don't know. That one's pretty neat. Do you like that one? Yeah? All right, thank you. Again, we got a good cone 6 there on our middle shelf. Looking pretty good. Fingers crossed, we've got a big bowl down here on the bottom. Oh, that looks nice. We'll get to it. We have, there's another little tumbler, indigo float. I'll show you how that just breaks really nice. Indigo float with a really good band of seaweed at the top, so you get some nice flowing color there out of that green. And just a neat little tumbler. It's a nice little platter for our flower pot that will match just with the blended clay. You can see how it's blended in there. And then fingers crossed, this bowl looks good from here. Oh, I threw this bowl, this big bowl, and I felt like it kind of got out of round when it was drying, and it didn't make me happy. And I almost put it back in the bin, and I decided to just change that shape on it and give it a little bit of a floral design. Had a nice spin in it. And then I cut texture on the outside, which gave it a really neat look. This is just buff clay, buff plus with grog. This is blue ratile on the outside. And I don't believe I put anything on here. This looks really light. I may have put a little bit of flux glaze, honey flux up here, honeydew. But we got a really neat break on that. Had a little bit of a split rim on it, so we got nice break inside and out. This swirl turned out good. What do you think? Thumbs up? All right. That's it. Thanks for watching. Y'all have a good day. Enjoy your ceramic making.